What if you see a Chinese student looks like in your school? He is driving a new supercar, wearing an old couture costume, or holding a rare leather luxury bag. So today we are going to talk about a newly rising topic, Chinese international students. Just like other students, international students' lives are usually made up of these things. They go to library with friends or classmates to have group discussion or finish personal homework every day. They ask professional people to help them solve technical problems. They invite friends to eat Chinese traditional foods like hot pot and other cuisine. They try to learn how to cook delicious foods like biscuits and cakes. For some boys, playing computer games and smoking are the best choice for them to kill the boring time. During study years in foreign countries, some students choose to keep one eye on studies, but someone decides to have a special life.
I'm an MSc student in University of Glasgow. My name is Qinglinda Tan, and my major is International Strategic Marketing. Now I'm doing a volunteer job of parcel delivery.
For Kelinda, what she needs to do for job has a fixed process. Every week, she will send parcel information on her WeChat group called the Glasgow Parcel Delivery, and then she will make appointments with her guests. There is a price list of sending parcels. So, when they bring their parcels to her room, she needs to weigh the box and fill in relevant information. For guests, they can package everything on advance. If not, Kelinda could do it for you with an extra charge.
Hi, it's Red, and I'm doing Master of Accountancy in University of Glasgow. And during my part time, I'm doing transferring the sports shoes from the UK to China. Yeah.
Offline buyers is a newly popular group. For Red, his job has no settled timetable. He opened an online shop with Chinese friends. The mode of operation for them is, when a new pair of shoes come into the market, he could go to sneaker stores or search on the internet to buy them, in order to meet the needs of Chinese customer.
Okay, my name is Yi, and I'm an engineer.
Yi was an international student 2 years ago. After graduating, he didn't go back to China immediately, but tried to find a job in the UK. Now he works as an engineer, but in his spare time, he will help people to solve the computer problems and charge some money. Sparing study time to do a second job is a big challenge for them. When I ask why they to do this job in Glasgow, they give me their personal answers.
Because there are more and more students want to be offline buyers nowadays, and there's no delivery companies near our school. So that's why at the first beginning, I found out that there are lots of students. They want to find a collection point to deliver their parcels back to China. That's why I contact a delivery company in London.
Because I am a sneakerhead and I really like sneakers. And in China, there are so many of people who want to buy the sports shoes, especially the fashion ones, such as like the Adidas ESC 350. But the release amount is limited, so there is a lack of demand. So I think I can do something to help to solve these problems, especially during my friends. Yeah.
I never want to be an engineer. I just have to do it because my customer need me. Because they are Chinese or some part is foreign, like outside Western countrymen.
There are lots of difficulties when I do this job, But I think the most significant one is the information asymmetry, because because we are students, so that's why we don't really get the informations from the Chinese customs. So that's why they feel nervous and confused when they send the petrol back to China. Once the petrol was detained by the customs, they would try to ask me to find the solutions. But the fact is, I can't do nothing.
So most difficult I encountered is because there are also some sneakers in the United Kingdom. So when the most popular shoes are released, such as NMD, in the past few months, and there are so many people who are in demand of these shoes, and I find it hard to buy the proper size. Yeah.
Some people from the other part of UK's, like European peoples, they got some kind of racism, I think. They just pretend don't understand what you say.
At the first beginning, both my parents, they feel like my study is the first priority. So that's why they said, maybe you should stop it. But after that, they feel like I can learn something. I can really learn something from this job. They show respect and they support me.
I didn't tell my family about these things because I think it's just a very small things in my life in Glasgow.
My family got my family in business, so they want me go back to China and like running as managers.
Coming to study abroad is a huge knockout match. It screens out those people who cannot afford expensive cost living and studying abroad. Also, there are some expectations who afford their lives by scholarships. Let's break down expense further in specific numbers. Firstly, before beginning an application, you have to pass IELTS examinations to meet the language request. One test would charge for about £170, but nobody knows how many examinations you need to take. Secondly, in order to study in a dreaming school, some students choose to find a middle agency of studying abroad. They would help you with your CV and personal statements. The level and the charging of this kind of agency vary from city to city. The average charging of them is about £1,500 with 5 school applications. Thirdly, every student who wants to study abroad needs to have a legal visa of one country. You should have prepared enough money which can cover your whole study year's expense. For example, if you want to have a master's degree in the UK university, you need to save at least £30,000 in the bank. Finally, when you make appointments of visa office, you need to pay NHS first at about £240. Then you can step into the next part and pay £420 for your visa. Asking for an urgent business have an additional fee. We cannot deny that lots of people who send their children to UK or America are a rich group of Chinese, so they have enough money to spoil their children. But we shouldn't generalize that the whole international student group just because of these little cases. In recent years, there are several scandals about Chinese international students, which were reported in China and overseas media. The scandals include drug racing, intemperance, criminal assault, and cheating in examinations. Now in China, international students has become an alternative word of rich. As a Chinese girl said about her friends,
one of my best friend, she has been killed in a car crash, and she was studying in America, but her boyfriend is buy a very expensive car to save the cost of traveling around the house and the school. But however, after the crash, we saw this was a tragedy, but the news in my own country says that they are showing off they are rich, so they are doomed to be killed, like they are fated. And even some people say that it's a very good stuff to have the crush, because like the god was punish them because they are showing off the money.
Another stereotype of them is international students are offline buyers, because you can buy same items in UK or America with a lower price in China.
Many friends in China, they think as we study here in a foreign country, there are some low customs, so we should do some overseas buying for them to make some extra money. Yes, but I don't think so. I'm a student and I should focus on my academic activities here.
Because Chinese international students now live and study in a foreign country. So we interviewed several foreign friends about what do they think of this group.
Yeah, basically I think that they're different because I've met really different people, and some of them are really open. They like to make friends, they like to go out and show other people their culture, and I've seen others that just stick to themselves and only go out with other Chinese people.
Most of them are really smart because, of course, the competition to get here is very big. So, yeah, I can talk with them on very different topics and make conversations with them.
It is rare that some students live in a luxury style, but we want to say Chinese international students is a special group who carry their personal and family dreams. They travel far away from China and struggle in other countries. They have dreams and troubles, but they have no difference from others.